Hey, what's going on, my Rainies? Welcome back to the Rainy Days YouTube channel. Today we are going to be reading some posts from the incredibly toxic r/entitled parents. This is a very fun subreddit to read, although some of these might be fake. We really just can't tell whether they're fake or not. So let's get into this. Entitled mother wants me to tutor her child using my own supplies, 2 hours a day, 3 days a week. Just found the sub and felt like my next door neighbour fits perfectly. Slight backstory. I moved to a small seaside town last summer with my partner due to my health problems. I paint and sculpt as a hobby and as a side job and therapy. My partner and I don't have children and we don't want them. Neither of us dislike children though. Anyway, as I avoid talking to my neighbour, EM, because she's very manipulative. If she asks about something, you can bet she's going to twist it so you think it was your idea to help her. This one story of how I was apparently going to tutor her 9-year-old daughter in art for free, with me supplying everything. EM, entitled mother, who is usually drunk. Me, the sexy beast who wrote this. EM, so how's the art coming along? Me, pretty good, just finishing up a commission. EM, great, we have an artist next door. My EC loves art and you should tutor her. Me, thanks, but I wouldn't be able to explain my methods. EM, oh, I'm sure you can, it's just painting. Oh, EC will be so happy. Me, no she won't, I can't tutor her. EM, what do you mean you won't tutor her? You've got the time and all the stuff in your house. A few hours a day, a few days a week won't do much harm. Yes, the supplies I have are in the house, obviously, but they aren't cheap or easy to replace. Oh, that's fine, I'm sure it's not too much bother for you. Me, getting angry and worked up at this point. I just let EC know you're going to tutor her. She loves art and this will be great for her. I told you no, accept that no or not, but I'm not tutoring your child, so you'd be only upsetting her yourself. EM gives me a dirty look and slams the door shut. I have more stories about her, from trying to get me to go next door to cook her daughter's dinner, to volunteering me to take another neighbour's puppy because they can't be arsed with it, or her trying to invite all the neighbours' kids into my house to look at it and play with my therapy pets. I now avoid EM when I can. I get fed up with her and her entitled bullshit. Oh shh. And the way she gossips about everyone. Edit. A lot of people have asked me for more stories of my neighbour, so I've shared another one here about her as it wouldn't fit this sub. Okay. Oh, this is, As someone, with mental health problems, it annoys me that people try to, especially the bit where it was like, or her trying to invite all the neighbours' kids into my house to look at and play with my therapy pets. That really annoys me because while my current pet isn't a therapy pet, it does provide a lot of comfort for me. And I may need a therapy pet when I'm older, but it's just very annoying that people, even just in general, get treated this way and people try to manipulate other people. It's very, very not nice. With this next story, I have seen it on another YouTuber's channel, and I just want to say I'm not copying them. I literally screenshotted this last night whilst on my computer, and it was no way am I trying to copy other people. EP wants us to play child-friendly music. Hi, this is my one encounter with an EP. Hope you guys like it. And first post on Reddit, so some fanfare, I guess. So a little background, because there isn't too much to tell. A few years ago, I was in a band with some friends. We mostly did covers of stuff like Kezia Shaft, Franz Ferdinand, Oasis, etc. Just Brit, rock and stuff we liked, with the occasional original song thrown in. We're not spectacular, but not shitting through the bed. We didn't really do much in the way of shows, just the local things, like, oh, our secondary school wants us a band and we're graduates, and just playing in the pubs near here where we exchange for beer. Overall, it was a decent gig, and just out for a bit of fun. We go to a show at a local pub. They do allow kids in, but after 9 p.m. they do request that anyone with children leaves, and it comes 18 plus for the night because they expect people to drink and stuff. At 9 p.m. they also cut off the food service to try and coerce families out, and if they don't leave by 9:30 they're usually told to leave. It's normally quite peaceful. I never saw anyone take umbrage with the rules. Until one night. So there's a family who enter at 8:55. The mother, father, a 5-year-old, I think, and a baby in a pram. Now our show was advertised clearly outside. Tonight, 9 p.m, band, free entry. So it was pretty clear. The EM of the family decides to order a big dinner for their children, which they're told the kitchens are shutting down in 5 minutes, it's not worth it. But they keep going on about how it's not 9 p.m, blah blah blah, so the staff shrug and go fine and prepare some food. So we start playing at about 9:05, give or take, playing our normal set of stuff, which isn't explicit or anything, it's just music. So for 15 minutes we are playing loudly, and then the EP's baby starts crying. I don't know if it was our fault or not, but the issue comes when we cover a particular song. Michael by Franz Ferdinand. It's a very, very, very gay song. But we like it, and well, some of us are gay, so yeah. I'm singing, and it's essentially a semi-explicit love song about wanting to shag a dude on a dance floor. And oh my god, the look on this 30-something-year-old's woman's face, if looks could kill, I'd charge her with war crimes. Once the song is done, she gets up and storms over to us. EP, how dare you play music like that? It's obscene! There are children here! Excuse me, it's just part of the normal set list. No one else has issues with it. Sorry. At this point, the drummer and bassist are giggling like idiots. It's obscene! You're trying to expose my kid to homosexuality! No, we're not. We're just cutting this. No! You will let me finish your music! She said music in the same way most of us would say tapeworm. Is obscene and should be not allowed in a family establishment like this. Now everyone is looking. They're used to us taking about 30 seconds to talk to someone or have a quick drink of something in between songs, but this is something else. Before I respond to the bartender, I think he was the owner too, I actually can't remember, stepped in. Ma'am, you are interfering with the entertainment, and some other things about not having children, something about being dickish to the wait staff, etc. They argue back and forth, and oh my god. She eventually leaves with her family, but hisses that they have lost a customer for life. We eventually did go back to play at the bar a few times before university started, and the band broke up. Now this is a nice story about a nice gay song. I'm not familiar with the song, but I am very gay, very, very, very gay, as the story says. And so, yeah, it's nice to see that EPs are really against us, you know, like... People like this annoy the absolute crap out of me. Okay, let's move on to the next story. Oh, this is another one that was featured in someone else's videos. I don't know if it was the same guy, but yeah. EP is mad I got a lead in the school play. So picture this, it's the 8th grade, my last year at the school I've gone to for 10 years. Ooh, 10 years at a school, bloody Nora. Pre-K to 8th. It's a modest school, so almost everyone knows that, and parents. EP is a total PTA mom. He's one of those people who spends way more time than necessary setting up fundraisers and visiting her kids in class. Not that it's super important to the story, but I felt I should set the scene for you all. Our school has a middle school play every year. This year was Snow White. and I usually don't audition because of stage fright. However, all my friends were, so I suppose I would tag along. I read a couple parts just for shits and giggles. Lo and behold, the casting list comes out and I am cast as the evil queen, which is pretty dope, especially considering this is the role with the second most lines in the play. I work hard for about 2 months practicing and learning my lines and blocking. I even learned to stay in character when a scene with my friends. Hard to do for me. It gets near the performances and we're having our last few rehearsals before dress rehearsal. There are now some parents of the kids in the play, including EP, watching us and helping set up stuff. While I'm on stage, I hear EP mutter, "EP's daughter should have been the evil queen, so I don't know why she wasn't." I don't think much of it. EP's kid is cast as one of the doors, and she seemed happy with her role, so I don't worry that I'm breaking any hearts. The day performances with the classes of kids go fine, but then comes the night performance during one of my few moments where I can look out on the crowd, now consisting of only families of kids in the play. I see that EP is sitting right in the front row, staring at me like she was already rearing for my eventual death at the end of the play. I get a little spooked, but everything goes fine. The performance goes off without a hitch until the curtain call. I come out for the curtain call and the crowd is applauding, as they have done before. I even hear a few whoops from my excited family in the front row. But my ears are determined over one thing, a loud BOO! Coming from the front row. On the opposite side of where my family is, I look over and see none other than EP proudly booing me as loudly as she possibly can. Every once in a while, looking behind her as if imploring the crowd to join her. It feels bad as Parks and Rec a bit. I'm honestly not sure if anyone else called her, but I just found it entertaining, and to no end this woman felt the need to boo a child because because of a casting I had no control over. This is a funny story. This is one of those stories that make you go, just why? I'm glad she didn't try anything with you, because then that could have turned the story into something that it didn't need to be. But I also am very sorry for that. Maybe it was a bit of ear rape. I just shouted boo and I knew that was coming, and I really, really, really wanted to shout boo. So you really can't blame me. This next one will be our last one. So EP's and EB steals my cat, calls the police, then pushes me down the stairs. Please may I know that I don't know how true this is, but it could be, and I'm still going to read it because I find it interesting. Okay, so I live in a small neighbourhood in southern England. I originally came down from Scotland. Me and my stepmother were both sitting in the living room. I was playing the Division 2 private beta and she was on her phone. We had gotten some new neighbours about 2 months ago and they were only trouble. The 5 kids were known drug dealers, violent drug dealers. A few weeks back there was a stabbing and the 3 people weren't found, so we all decided to keep to ourselves. So I hear a knock at the door, and my cat is sat on the steps. I answer the door and see them, so I say hello and stuff. Then the cheeky little fucker, entitledparents, scuttled past me, grabbed my cat. My cat doesn't like to be grabbed, so I asked her to put my cat down. He is freaking the fuck out, seeing as he never met this bitch, luckily. So he scratches her because she began to swing around, calling him Snowball because he's white. I pull him away from her, then entitled mum fucking slaps me and starts to scream at me for touching her little golden angel. And my stepmom comes in and then asks what was going on. Ian wrenched my cat out of my arms, then runs into her house, locking the door behind her. She then starts to cry and then calls the police. She calls them, saying that I raped her child. I ain't no nonce. And that I threatened her at gunpoint. Fucking really? So we wait for the police to come, and they are armed. I raise my hand and shit and tell them what's going on. I hear some clippers. Turns out sick fucks were shaving my cat in the kitchen where I could see. So I bang on the window telling him to stop, and I tell the officer what's going on. The officer knew my dad before he died, and he trusts me, so he gets them to open the door. He takes the cat, puts it in his car, and then adds to see any notes of the cat being mine. I pull out my phone and went to my gallery to show a 7-year-old picture of me and my dad and Hugo, my cat. The officer gives me back the cat and tells me that me and my mum to go indoors. I heard some shouting and shit, and I saw the 2 more police officers in squad cars arrive. I then saw they were taken out of the house. I asked if I could share this story with friends, and the officer said it wouldn't be an issue. Yay! So yeah, my cat's extremely stressed and he won't eat or drink, so any help to do with that would be appreciated. Oh, I feel so sorry for your cat. Oh, I just wish I could help in some way. I know the feeling when your pet isn't eating. Basically, when I first got my crested gecko Jessie, it takes them a while to settle into their home, and it's normally about a week to 2 weeks. He didn't eat for 3 weeks, and it really scared me, but now he's eating just fine, so yeah. I know how it feels to be really worried for your pet. Okay guys, this was Rainy Days talking to you about the r/entitled parents subreddit. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to comment, like and subscribe, and actually comment down below what subreddit subreddits you would like to see. I have some more Insane People Facebooks and some Entitled Parents. I also have some Vax Happen posts if you want to see that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see y'all later. Bye! Oh my god. The look on this something-year-old's woman's face. Oh fuck, I messed that up. At this point, the drummer and bassists are At this point, it's one of those people.